Hello, beautiful ones. Welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Alexis Piper, your lifestyle strategist and spiritual developer, so that you are able to have a sustained and secure womanhood. Homegirl, you want to be about this life, okay? For today, I'm continuing in our relationship series, Relational Wealth and Awareness series. And for today, we're going to be talking about you as a wife. You can have relational wealth and awareness as a wife. Let me tell you, it adds to the wealth of your marriage. It adds to the joy in your marriage. It adds to the substance of your marriage. And so I pray that you continue to lean into this series. There are going to be 7 videos within this wife strengthening relational wealth and awareness series. So let's jump right in with today's topic, and that is effective communication. So many times marriages get messed up because of poor communication. There becomes a gap in husband and wife because of poor communication or lack of communication. And so you have to understand that effective communication, it matters. It matters significantly to the overall camaraderie within you and your spouse, within your household. Okay. And so when this communication matters, I want you to know, before you're ever anybody's wife, you are a woman. Before you are anybody's wife, you are a woman, and you are the bride of Christ. And one thing about Jesus is that he loves to communicate. He wants you to pray to him all the time. He wants you to talk to him about your day. He wants to tell him about your issues, your concerns, your joys, your dreams. See, that's the type of relational God that we serve. And he wants you to understand that element of you as a woman and as his bride first and foremost. Because how you are as a woman will be the entryway to how you are as a wife. And so if you don't first understand that God is a relational God and he loves to hear from you and you never get on his nerves, see, that's the beauty of God, right? But he always wants you to talk to him, to invite him into your thoughts, to your mind, to your heart, to the things that's going on within you. If you can get that down from the office of a daughter of God, then you can bring that wisdom, you can bring that maturity, you can bring that relational awareness into your marriage. Maybe some of you need to pause and replay all of that. Okay, but you have to understand that you cannot be a wife and don't talk. You have to understand that you cannot be a wife and think your husband is supposed to read your mind. You're going to have to understand that you cannot be a wife and think that your husband is just supposed to get you and know you without you ever saying a word. That he's supposed to just read your signals and beam into your mind without you even bringing it to his attention. Don't even think that way. Because you're setting yourself up. You're not setting your husband up for being upset and being emotionally distant. No, you're setting yourself up for being emotionally distant and emotionally upset and disturbed, because you're thinking that he's just supposed to get you, know you, without you even inviting him in, letting him know, making any mention. Okay? Now, there is a way to do that. Because sometimes if we don't get the woman, single woman being daughter of God, the office of a daughter, and the significance of our womanhood pre-marriage and our single state, we may come into marriage with this essence of a woman that's still a little rough around the edges. Let's just package it like that. Meaning that you nag, you demean, you dismiss, you divert, okay? You are whiny, you are spoiled, and so you throw tantrums and you go silent treatment, and you know all of these things. That is an unhealthy woman, which means that will be a unhealthy wife. I don't know if you rock with me, but I shoot it straight in love. Okay, I don't want to beat it around or touch it. No, I love you just as God loves you, and God loves those, and he disciplines those that he loves. He trains those that he loves. He positions and course corrects those that he loves. And so that's just what I'm here to do for you. So maybe if you're having issues as a wife, maybe you need to visit our Relational Wealth Series Part 1 and get you yourself together as a woman first, okay? Because I know we divert the issue of getting ourselves together as a woman because we say, well, he. Is that you? So you want to dismiss your part in the union because you always want to point out the negative, the irritating, the frustrating things about him. Well, if you ain't getting yourself together either, what's going to come of this? Okay? So this is why you getting yourself together, communicate with the Lord about you. And how you are as a woman, so that you're not bringing that spoilage over into yourself as a wife, and how you communicate or don't communicate. Hence silent treatment. Hence he's supposed to know. Okay, now let's talk about ABCD. I have 4 things that I want to talk to you about in how to properly communicate, how to establish your womanhood in a way to where you're mature enough, to where you're wise enough, and to where you're aware enough to establish wealth in your sound, wealth in your articulation of your feelings, wealth in the articulation of what you have going on in your mind. Okay? And so ABCD, 4 things. Are you ready? Are you ready? The 4 things I want to talk to you about, and I'm like an alliteration type of person, so they all start with T's, okay? All these 4 things are going to start with T's. The first T is timing. Are you bombarding your husband as soon as he walks in the door? With, this is what happened to me today. This is what Johnny and the kids did today. This is what happened in my job today. This is, are you bombarding him? Because that's how it's coming across. In case you ain't realized it yet. Are you bombarding him as soon as he comes through the door with everything about your day? Now, I'm not saying that your day and what the kids did and how you felt throughout the day and what excited you throughout the day is not important. It is very important, and it is great to establish a friendship communication with your spouse about each other's days. Not a pounding session, not a hounding session, but a friendship companion session to talk about what happened throughout the day. But maybe the timing is not as soon as he walks in the door. Okay? So I know you got this urge. I know it's been boiling up all day, but give the man some time to come in and unwind. Okay? Set up for yourself when it's going to be the proper timing for us to converse about our days. Is it over dinner? Is it maybe 10 minutes after you get home? Is it pillow talk time in the bed? When are we going to talk? The timing is important. Okay? Consider the schedule. All right, maybe he's on night shift, you're on night shift and day shift, all of that, and you're like ships going back and forth in the sea. And you have to figure out the proper timing for you all to converse based off of your schedules. Maybe you're home with the kids all day while he's at work, and then he comes home and you're ready to be like, here you go. I have had it. All right. And don't just do that. Maybe that's something that you need to communicate, the timing. If my schedule has been with the kids for 8 hours a day, then maybe I can give you 10 minutes when you get home, and then give me a release. Okay? Communicate that. Don't just pass him off as soon as he gets in the door. Y'all establish the timing based off of the schedules by you being mature enough to properly communicate. Now, communication, I said, is not nagging. And some of you may carry that nagging spirit. Well, you've been gone and you ain't know what I've been going through all day, and you don't know that, and the kids, check it. But I'm getting ahead of myself because we're going to get into that, okay? So your timing is number one, okay? Timing. Communicate with your spouse about the timing for y'all to converse about each other's day. In that, are you going to be long-winded, or are you going to be to the point? Now, me, I'm an into the details type of person. I want to tell my husband everything, okay? But I have to know the timing when he can handle my everything. I also have to understand the timing of when I just need to get to the point. Sometimes we just need to get to the point. Hey, I need you to let me know when you're on your way home. Get to the point. Versus, hey, when you didn't call me the other day and I was upset about such and I was waiting on you and you didn't call me and I got upset and your husband probably has checked out. Okay? Just get to the point when it's something that you need, a change that you need. Okay, hey, call me on your way home, or don't text me you're on your way home until you get in the car, because you might get caught up with a whole lot of other things before, just tell them straight. Hey, I need for you to come home and, don't leave your lunch kit in your bag. I need you to go ahead and put it in the kitchen sink. Just tell them straight to the point. Okay, so know when to be long-winded, getting all to the details, and know when to just get to the point. Okay, now, number 2 is your tone. The tone. Okay, you want to be mindful of your tone. Are you yelling at your husband, or are you talking to your husband? Are you talking at your husband, you, or are you having a conversation with your husband, we? Okay, you want to consider your tone. Are you too loud? Do you need to bring it down a notch? Okay, and so your tone, you want to be mindful of that, all right? And then 3, or C, your temperament. Here comes the heavy, okay? Your temperament. Your temperament is where you come in with your mood, your attitude, and your motives. I also want to add in maybe your mission, because maybe your mission is to let him have it. That can go into motives, so I'm going to leave it at motives, okay? So your temperament is your attitude, your mood, and your motive, okay? These fall under your temperament. Check yourself, because if you want effective communication, you can't go in there all in your feelings. Y'all, I'm a woman. I know, okay? I've had to learn this, continue to have to check myself. We can't go through this in our feelings. We can't go through this carrying stuff that happened last week, 2 days ago, and we just let it pile up because we never talked it out. Well, I didn't have the time to talk it out. He's too busy. Remember, that was number 1, timing. The timing has to be set for you and your spouse. You have to communicate the timing for you all to converse together, so that can no longer be an excuse for the pile up of your emotions, so that when you do talk, you are all in your feelings. Don't let your feelings pile up. Okay? Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your marriage. Okay? So, temperament, your attitude. Women do not have to be attitudinal. I just want to put that out there because I think we have bought into that belief that I'm just an attitudinal creature because you have associated your womanhood with your zodiac sign rather than your heavenly position as a office of a daughter. God gets your attitude together so that you are cool, calm, and collected. You do not have to be attitudinal and lash out. Okay? This is your temperament. Now, also in your temperament, your mood. I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a blah mood. I'm in a negative mood. I'm in a down mood. Okay, yes, that's important. But how are you approaching your spouse when you are in that mood? Are you communicating, hey, right now I'm in a bad mood. Can we talk a little bit later? Or, or he might say, well, why are you in a bad mood? Are you able to maturely articulate that? Okay. Motive. What is the motive behind your words? Are you trying to beat him up? Are you trying to tear him down? Are you trying to make him feel the way you feel? What is the motive behind your words? Why are you saying the things that you're saying? What are you trying to convey? Check that. Okay? Check that. And then 4 or D, your temperature. Your temperature, okay? Your temperature, are you hot? Is your mood? This ties all in to your tone and your temperament. Okay, your temperature ties into your tone and your temperament. Okay, so are you heated? Are you nonchalant? Are you standoffish? Okay, this is your temperature. Are you whiny? Well, you said and you didn't, and I okay, are you whining? And I'm not saying that you cannot be, but there is a way to maturely handle that. There's a way to maturely convey and communicate that. Okay, there's a way to process all of that. And we're going to get to some of those other things in our other teachings. But for today, I hope that you have gotten yourself together for effective communication so that your womanhood can be secure, mature, and sustained. Although you may have had a bad day or rough day, you are able to effectively communicate with your spouse because you are now aware and wealthy in what? Your timing, in your tone, in your temperament, and in your temperature. I will see you in our next video. In the meantime, practice what you have been taught. Emotional maturity leads to relational wealth and awareness.